Welcome back to more Vanar gameplay. Hopping right in. And we've got a match here versus Magmar. Alright, my old rival. Let's get it going. Okay, so this hand is pretty decent versus Magmar. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, the music's a bit loud. Let me turn that down. This hand's pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan the Razorback and the Mark of Solitude, though, just because I need something that I can establish an early advantage with. So I got the Hearth Sister and a Hailstone Prison, which are going to come in handy. Not the Hearth Sister so much, but I might be able to make something happen. My opponent doesn't play anything, which is a good sign for me. I might be able to establish an advantage. So I'll just play the Saber Sign Tiger and move it up to see if I can deny that mana tile. So my opponent's closing in, and he's just going to go ahead and attack the Saber Spine Tiger, so that's 3 damage. Better than nothing. Wonder what he's going to play here. Oh, Healing Mystic. Okay, see, now that's probably not so worth it. It's pretty tricky for me to deal with the 2-3, but what I'm going to do is move down and take this mana tile. I really wish that I could play the Hearth Sister to swap that down, and then it's not going to work for me. I'll just play it here, swap the Healing Mystic, and I might have a chance to get that mana tile next turn. We'll see what happens. I'm probably going to play the Frostborn Rhino next turn. Since the if he leaves the Crystal Cloaker alive, it'll give me a free pass to get it infiltrated onto the enemy side. And oh, okay, so he's just going to trade the Healing Mystic into the Hearth Sister. It's not too bad. And a Chrysalis Burst. Now, Chrysalis Burst is a pretty strange card. Playing it turn 4 is pretty much the best option. So I'm just going to go ahead and take out these eggs, because they can hatch into any Silithar enemy that has Rebirth. So that can be troublesome. You can get a turn 4 Elder, and then it's just curtains from there. You need to... It's ridiculous that they can, you know, force you to scramble like that, especially so early in the game, but... who knows, they might just get some bad hatches, like maybe, you know, just regular, plain old 2-3 Silithars. But he's going to mana burn the Frostborn Rhino, so it loses its special ability. Still has its attack and health, though, so hopefully I'll be able to take out a couple more things with it. Alright, so hatching out of the eggs, he gets the Vindicator and the Kujata. And that's probably, like, outside of Elder, probably, like, a couple of the best creatures he could have gotten. Now, Vindicator is a problem, but I don't want to get completely overrun here, simply because I don't have any board control established. I can take out the Kujata and still live one, so I'm just going to send the Earthwalker back to his hand. I'm going to transform the Vindicator so that he can't get any use out of it, and play the Fenrir Warmaster up here. So hopefully I can get that mana tile. I've been trying for it all game, but he's been boxing me out. He can move 2 up and then summon something on it, though. So this is just wishful thinking. I kind of want to give him a choice. Does he want to go for me, or try to take that mana tile? What's going on? Oh, Vindicator. Primordial Gazer buffs the Vindicator. Okay, so he's just able to trade that out. That's really good for him. I gotta take out that Vindicator. This those things are always trouble. It's summoning a nearby minion with Rush every turn. 2-3 minions with Rush. Minions that normally don't have Rush aren't balanced to have that ability. So Magmar makes really great use of that because their minions do so much damage. And I want to get out of range of the Vindicator, this, he's actually set me up here for some pretty epic positioning. You can see that there's a square right there in the center where I can just get frenzied right now. But that's sort of a, you just have to take it as it comes. I don't want to be near the Vindicator, because if he's starting to play Primordial Gazers, or pretty much anything, Earthwalkers, I don't want them to drop their damage on my general. If he's going to be summoning any minions this turn, hopefully he just gives them Rush and then trades them with the Fenrir War Master. It'll sort of be able to soak some damage. I'm going to also try to replace and fish for a Hearth Sister, so I can get that Arctic Displacer swapped into range for some damage. So we'll see how that goes. So he just summons a Skyrock Golem, which has Rush. And the Vindicator's been buffed, so that's really troublesome. Normally as a 1-3, it's not a threat on its own, but with the Primordial Gazer buff, it's actually able to take out creatures as well. There's a second Primordial Gazer, gives it attack and health, functions as a pseudo heal. Greater Fortitude lets him take out the Arctic Displacer. Okay, so that's really good on his part. I was able to get him to waste a lot of spells, I think, to answer that. So I might be able to turn this around. I'm going to go ahead and return the Vindicator back to his hand so that it gets rid of those buffs. And summon these Veil Hunters up here out of the way. Now I'm going to try to contain him in this lower part of the map and keep him away from the Veil Hunters. They'll be able to help me deal with the Vindicator when he resummons it, or any others. Yeah, so he's going to move up. If he can resummon the Vindicator, and any other minions that he drops will be in range to kill those Veil Hunters. But again, I'm getting him to waste resources and move those minions up and out of the way. So, and the Silhouette Tracer. And this is a pretty rough match. He's dealing with a lot of these threats really well. I'm starting to run out of steam here. So those Veil Hunters are done. I really need to reach that Vindicator. So what I'm going to do is move the Ghost Wolf up to the Silhouette Tracer and buff it with the Mark of Solitude so I can take it out. And then move my General 2 spaces up to hit the Vindicator. That's a really strong effect. If they might need to make that a 1-2, so that it's just slightly easier to deal with for such a powerful effect. But I digress. I don't want to be salty about it. He's just, making use of his cards really well. Right now, I'm fishing. This is always rough when you're down to your last 2 cards, because you get only 2 options per turn. Well, 2.5, we'll say, because you can replace 1 card. So you're actually not working with a lot of options, and as you can see, my opponent has a full hand. So right now, he has a lot more options than I have available to deal with things. Okay, so there's a natural selection. Gets rid of the Rock Pulverizer. So he's going to try to run away from me, maybe? Or he just wants to get rid of that. It's not a huge deal. But the Ghost Wolf's a 5-1. He's probably got another mana burn or something to kill it. Oh, Crossbones. With Rush, because of the Vindicator. Just trades for the Crystal Cloaker. And Earthwalker with Rush. That's also a straight up trade, so that's not too bad. But man, like I said, this is pretty rough. My only option is to attack this Vindicator, because it's just going to come back to haunt me. Drop the Rock Pulverizer, and since I don't have much else to do, I'm just going to buff it to a 5-5. That way, anything he summons, hopefully I can trade into it, or if it makes it more appealing to use a spell on. Or, okay, so he's just going to take it out with Adamantite Claws. It's been, since it's so late in the game, I wasn't even sure he had them. Some Magmar players will actually not run Adamantite Claws, just because the threat of them possibly having it is usually enough to get by. They can sort of bluff you out. So we'll see how that goes. He's thinking about what he wants to do. He still has 5 mana, so if he drops Veteran Slithar, that's something I didn't want to see. So now I'm going to have to deal with that. I was hoping that I could just play the Emerald Rejuvenator to take out the claws, but right now with the Silithar Elder, not the Elder, I mean the with this thing, Veteran Silithar on the board, that's 12 damage that I do not want to take. So I'm just going to summon the Emerald Rejuvenator and take out this guy. I can turn it into an egg, so I negate that 4 damage for now. And just see what I can pull off. This is that's not a very good draw. I'll have to mulligan probably the Mark of Solitude and maybe kite back a bit more, because I'm going to take that 8 damage right now. Oh, Swamp Entangler. Now that's pretty crazy. Phalanxar, Crimson Oculus. Okay, so he's got the full surround. Razorback's not going to do me any good. Wow, that's really crazy to see a Swamp Entangler, but let me just... Actually, no. Let me give him the well played. Well played, sir. You have gotten this victory. Oy. So that's that, boys. You can't win them all, but this definitely keeps up the Magmar rivalry. I do have a couple more gameplays uploaded versus Magmar specifically. Some wins, some losses. It's definitely a really good back and forth. So look it up and leave a comment.